I take it very seriously, and I think that we need to. I think that there are some people that were unhappy with the results of the election, and they immediately decided to try to undo the election. By the way, this group actually started the recall about 3 weeks after I got elected. They actually had to be told, you by law, you have to wait 90 days. Okay? So, it's just basically people were unhappy. They did not want me to become the district attorney. They didn't want, the movement that we're pushing. And they are now doing this. And, and unfortunately, and I don't say this in a partisan way, but it's really unfortunate that it seems to be driven by Republicans, right? So we have Steve Cooley, a Republican, former district attorney, very lock 'em up kind of a guy. Dennis Zine, former city councilman, former member of the LA Police Protective League, a Republican. Antonovich, former board of supervisors, a Republican. And they have taken a few victims of crime that are very traumatized, and they're using them in ways that I find unconscionable. So I say all this to tell you, some people started to want it to immediately invalidate the will of the voters. Over 2 million people that voted for me, including you all. And I take it seriously, and I think that we need to prepare for that, much like, people are going after the governor. I think that we need to, I agree that a democracy requires involvement, and people should, the recall process is in the Constitution, and I respect that. But I think that what we're seeing is we're increasingly seeing a very abusive way of taking democracy to another level and really trying to disrespect the will of the people, much like, frankly, some people still believe that Donald Trump was elected, right? I mean, it's the same mentality. And, you see this over, frankly, I've seen in my own recall effort, we're seeing some of the comments, very racist comments. So I'm not going to say that everyone involved in the recall is a racist, but it's really interesting how race immediately starts to play a role. And, there's a lot of code talk that is going on here as well. So, Gina, I take it very seriously. I hope that you do too, because the work that we're doing is real. We're in a historical moment. And again, I view myself as part of a movement. I just happen to be the occupant today. But we want to make sure that future occupants of this office are given the space to be able to continue to do good work, and they're not intimidated into not running for office in the future.